Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am sefian.gaming, and today I am bringing you Stonehearth. That is just the way it sounds in my head. But it's basically a city building game combined with the likes of Minecraft. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about, but it is a very cute game, and I keep coming back. I've tried this a couple times just to get a feel of the game, see how it progresses, see how it goes. And seems to be a lot of fun, at least for me, whatever it means to you. But I'm going to start a new single player game just so you see how it is. This is a very cute way to begin. This is the story of a brave band of settlers from, and you could say the Ascendancy, Raya's Children, or the Northern Alliance. Ascendancy is earnest and hardworking, loyal and well-rounded. Citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build, and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. This is ideal for new players. This is what we're going to be choosing. Raya's Children, the people of the desert learned early that to survive, they needed each other and preferably as many others as they could reach. So, Northern Alliance, brave and hardy, the men and women of the North live for the sight of a new dawn over unexplored territory. But we are doing the Ascendancy, and then the story continues. So, a brave band of settlers from the Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventures, they set off to, and you can select a biome. Temperate, which is the favorite, pretty much everything. Desert, dry and sandy. Arctic, snowy with tall mountains. We are going to start with temperate. So, they set off to Darkmoor Forest, a location that we're going to do peaceful. You can do normal or hard. I have not tried normal or hard. Basically, it just adds danger and all of that. So a location that is sure to be a tranquil place to start anew. Select your roster. You can actually select people. You can rename them. I don't know if you can edit. You can just, edit their facial features, their names. You can randomize their appearance, their clothes. Ooh, they can have facial hair. But beyond that, you can't edit any of these numbers. Professor, oh, that's kind of cool. I haven't even seen this. Pluviophile, the Carvod loves nothing more than the gentle drumbeat of raindrops. So, accept roster, we will just go straight with that. So select starting resources. Here you can select what kind of, basically what it says, starting resources you have. Food for days, a large amount of food crammed into the back of a cavern should keep the hearthlings going for a handful of days while they get their settlement up and running. The next is Merchant Cavern. A collection of trade tools should give the settlement a leg up in the wilderness, and money solves all problems. Anything that the town needs, that is, they're able to purchase from traders. So what I'm going to do is food for days, just because I've always found food to be the easiest way to start out a new save like this. So now you can select where on the map, so this is obviously the map. You can select where on the map you want to start your save. You can also start spring, autumn, summer, winter. So I'm actually going to start in the spring and see what that does. I've been starting in the summer, but what I like to do is I like to be close to water and I like to be close to the mountains. So you can farm, I haven't gotten to anything in the water yet, but you can also mine the mountains. So I'm going to start right here. You can see trees and plants, 2 out of 4. Wildlife is 4 out of 4. And minerals, well, yeah, see minerals up here, you're going to get the 4 out of 4. It's close enough to all these different things that you can kind of get the full aspect of everything. So I will show you that in a minute. So here we have our new, basically, Garden of Eden, where we're going to be starting. And you can see there's a bunch of trees here. There's some mountainous areas around here. And so what you do is you click me to place your town banner. This is where you're going to start. So I will start it right over here. And ta-da! I'm going to pause it just for a minute so I could show you. So you have 5 settlers to start with, and you get a bunch of food. Here's your town banner. This is a little fireplace, keeps you warm, provides light and comfort and all that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are actually going to designate a zone. This will be, well, here it is, stockpile. Basically, any resources that you gather will go into the stockpile. It can only be 20 by 20. So we're going to start there. You'd basically click the check mark. So you want everything stored here, not just certain resources. Later on, you get a farm, you get trapping grounds and animal pastures and things like that. However, to do that, you need jobs, but we're not going to get into that just yet. So basically what we're going to do, harvest, you're going to gather, and we're going to chop all these trees down. And might as well continue out here. Now, this darker area just means we haven't explored it yet. So nothing to worry about there. Rotate with Q and E. You can also double click with the right mouse button, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's very bizarre. But we're going to play and fast forward, and they'll just start to chopping. Now, once they are done chopping, you can see here's some oak logs. They'll start collecting all of this and throwing it into this stockpile area. Now, not only will they collect wood, they will collect seeds or plants. They will collect stone. Might as well gather all of that. And once they are done gathering, they'll start pulling all this into this stockpile area. A strange bird. And we have quests, of course. An odd bird arrives with a letter on its beak stamped with the official seal of the Ascendancy. So basically what happens is you can choose a trait for your town. As you know, every new settlement must choose a banner. This banner reflects your spirit and vision, the uniting factor which brought the expedition together. Banner, huh? So what banner shall we choose? Official settlement declaration. Let me pause this while we're dealing with this. Not that you really need to in this game. Things don't come at you really quickly, but Sefianville is what I will call it. You can do a banner vitality. So this settlement shall be at one with the environment. So trees produce 25% more wood, plants and crops, all of that. Banner of strength. Mining gives 50% more ore, stone, and clay. Hearthlings no longer mine cramped spaces. Banner of cunning. Roads give 3 times their normal speed. Your items sell for 50% more, all of that. We are going to go with Banner of Vitality. So we're going to issue that declaration. Outpost established. Ta-da! I should have read that. Sorry, I didn't. Oh well. Now, we have 5 people who are just gathering all these things. Oh, yes, we have to celebrate. Oh, there's the bird. Special delivery. Everyone loves the bird. Okay. Bird's checking things out. Everyone loves it. Okay. Bird can fly away now. He flies away. Are you going to fly away? No, they're all just chatting away. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, why are you dancing? I'm about to cook you, bird. There we go. The bird squawks. You're not sure how you missed it before, but the bird is wearing a tiny backpack. You have 2 cornbread, 3 peasant bread, and 2 roast sausage. Delicious. So the bird departs. The odd messenger bird scurries off with your official settlement founding declaration in its beak, carrying it in the vague direction of the capital. Farewell, bird. Guess we won't be able to cook you. So these guys are now, all they're going to do is carry all this stuff into this little stockpile area. However, citizens, let's see. I'm going to change jobs for one of these guys and make them a carpenter. I'm going to go with Runa Farstrider. So here, if you look at this, you have mind, the ability to think intelligently, body, competence at physical activities, and spirit, faith in other people and themselves. So actually, I think I'm going to do Lorne Pap. So strength here. This is your job tree, I guess. Each job has its own leveling underneath it. But for right now, you have, your basic worker, and then you can create jobs for everyone. The jobs are depending on certain tools. So right now we can't have a footman, someone who's defensive and has, can carry swords and attack everything. You can't have an herbalist. You can't have a blacksmith because you haven't created the tools for it. You can create a carpenter. So Lorne Pap will be our first carpenter. Click to approve. I like that. That's pretty cute animation. So promoting, give it him a second. Lorne is now level 1 carpenter. Okay, pause that again. We are going to go to crafters, because now that we have a carpenter, we can craft a carpenter's workbench. So you click on that, you click craft, they will start that immediately once we play again. So they're basically going to take this stockpile of wood, create this carpenter's bench. Wow, we have 156 now. And did they already create it? Did you create it? So place, you can close that out. We have wild silkweed seeds, interesting. So oak tree seeds, as you cut them down, you get seeds so you can plant them again. So here, we can create the workbench. How do I... So right there's our workbench. I can actually cancel that and place it elsewhere. Might as well just go right here, close to this little stockpile. I'm not going to worry about the seeds just yet. But once we play, you'll see Lorne Pap comes over and builds that. Now, ooh, it's nighttime, so he's building a fire. So carpenter's workbench, used by the carpenter for crafting, you can now select or create a bunch of different things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a weaver spindle because that will allow a weaver, and a wooden practice sword which will allow the footman. So craft that, craft a weaver spindle. Now the one thing I don't know is how to deal with a bundle of fiber. You have two, but a lot of things require bundles of fiber, and I don't know how to create those yet. So I've only been playing this for, I've started a couple different saves, and I've only been playing for probably a handful, an hour or so, 2 hours at most. So there's a lot of things I still don't know about this game. But as you can see, our little Lorne Pap is starting to create his everything. You can see in progress. He just created the weavers. No, he just created the sword. So now he's creating a weaver spindle, and they'll go straight into this, this stockpile again. And now that we have that, once we need it, we can actually create a weaver or a footman and get all that ready. One cool thing about this, you have your time up here, so time goes pretty quickly. These are your days. Today was sunny, yet another day of endless sunshine and blue skies. Tomorrow will be cloudy, overcast skies, perfect for lazing around on the porch. I'm assuming that's going to affect how these people, how their productivity and everything. Overmorrow is foggy. I've never heard the overmorrow, but obviously the day after is going to be foggy. A cover of fog crawls across the landscape, hiding untold mysteries. Undead monsters come out of hiding under the cover of fog. Vision radius is greatly reduced. So obviously we don't have any enemies that we're going to have to deal with. We probably are going to see them, but I don't think they're going to attack us at all. So that is actually, fine for right now. And obviously we can go exploring, so I don't know what this is. I'm assuming that's stone. But since we have the Fog of Wars out here, we haven't seen anything yet. So one other thing that you can do, and I have not figured out when the best time to do it. And you'll see, what is that? A wild bright bell. This plant has been harvested and not grown back yet, so they will start growing back. You can see another plant here, wild silkweed. But you can design buildings. Now, you can do your own designs and just go hog wild on whatever you want. And you can create, floors after floors after floors. Or you can erase everything. And there are templates that they've created. A carpenter's house, cottage for two, dining hall. This new house I actually downloaded from the Steam Workshop. It just looked really cool. It's huge. But a tiny cottage, shared sleeping quarters. So I'm actually going to do that. There we go. So shared sleeping quarters will be back here. And then click build. And as they have time, if they're not collecting stuff, see, everyone is going to start doing this or start building whatever they can of this house, from wood to whatever. The carpenter, if you notice, let's see what he's doing. This is everything that the house needs him to build. And so he's just going to start building. You've got some wooden dressers, you've got some window frames and wall-mounted lanterns, things like that. So they're chopping away at the floor. They're going to put that inside the ground, and they're just going to start building. So as they're building this out, and you'll see they've got the wooden structures, scaffolding and everything. Daily update. We have basically immigration report. The road remains empty, maybe tomorrow. So if you're required to get a certain amount of food and a certain amount of net worth, estimated value of your town. As these two grow together, you get more people in your town. If, obviously, as you see, we only did one, not net worth, the road remains empty, no immigration coming in. So that's just basically how you grow your town. Now, as these guys are building this out, I do want to show you, we need some farming just to get some food out there. So go to here. I actually screwed up. Lorne Pap should not have been a carpenter apprentice. He should have, this Runa Farstrider should have. So I might switch those later on. But for right now, I am going to do, I'm just going to do Thes Carvad as our farmer. So click that to approve. And now we can actually start doing some farming. Oh, because it needs time. promoting. There we go, level 1 farmer. Now we can build our farm. So out here, 11 by 11, 11 by 11, 11 by 11. So now that I've built farms, or he's in the process of building farms, and you can see that right here. We've got 3 little plots, he's building them right now. If I click on one, I can choose a crop. You can see fallow, plant no crop and let the soil renew itself. Turnips will basically be made in autumn and winter, carrots in spring and autumn, pumpkin in summer and autumn. So I've got one for each, and we'll see how they go. But obviously you need, you know, food to continue. These guys are just sleeping up here for no apparent reason. But this, how many houses does that, or how many people will that house? Oh, he's built everything. Well, doesn't that help? And actually, while we're here, I might as well create a herbalist staff and a mason's hammer and chisel. That just allows us to open up some new jobs for people. So Norm Windriser's woodcutter shop. He has stuff to sell. We can buy for 10 gold wooden wall lanterns or some furniture. We don't really need any of that because we got plenty of resources here. So I am going to, or we can actually sell door, windows. Do I have anything I need to sell? Not really, because we kind of need all that. So I'm not going to be worried too much about this shop right now. Now what you can see, come on, there we go. Sometimes this is a little funky. But if we go to the build, you can see this house only has 4 beds. So what I'm actually going to do is build another shared sleeping area. That way we have some more people who can come in when, you know, when the immigration sets up. So right there, and as they click build, as they, you know, gather resources, we can build that as well. So let's continue, and you can see that, you know, planting has already been done. They're starting on this second crop area. So we're doing fairly well so far. Granted, again, it is peaceful, but why are you starting this instead of continuing to build this one out? That's interesting. Okay, so it looks like they are going back to this house after they've cleared out this other area. I'm not sure what he's doing. What are you doing? Oh, you're building the floor. Okay. So I guess one person is doing this while everyone else is working on this? I don't know. But the carpenter obviously is working on building all these things out. So not too bad right now. Market trading shelf. Wooden staff. A lot of these things I have just not checked out yet. A new day is dawning. Today is foggy. Tomorrow's partial showers. Plant growth speed is increased. Vision radius is only slightly reduced. And then overmorrow is sunny, yet another day of endless sunshine and blue skies. Daily update. How did we do? We did very well. So, except that, a new settler would like to join your town. So, Lorna Papp has achieved carpenter level 3. Sorry. That is another thing. As you can see, if we go to the carpenter area, certain things require carpenter level of 5, or certain carpentry levels. So, as I said, every job has a level system underneath it. Our carpenter just leveled to level 3, so he can now build a comfy chair and a comfy bed. So as you progress, obviously, an ornate leather-bound chest requires level 6. So you just need to keep working in those jobs to keep, you know, to get there. I still don't know how to deal with some of these things. So as time progresses is how I'm going to figure that out. But everything is planted nicely. I probably should have waited until autumn. Now I'm starting to realize, well, oops. There we go. First house is built. Second one is actually almost done. I don't know why they didn't finish the first before they got to the second, but that's a different story. Other things of note. A new person has joined our ranks. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember. But Runa Farstrider, I did make a mason. So let's see if they've finished their mason table. Yes, they have. Their mason workbench. I will put it just down from there. They can place it. I'm also trying to get these things built out. Yep, so now we can figure out what this is. Let's go harvest. I'm assuming this is wood. Nope. This is nothing. There's nothing here. That's boulder that you can harvest. So I might as well do that. Get some more fog of war out. I have no idea what this is, though. An ancient structure of some time. So actually, oh, did I really? I built them one piece off. That's going to tick me off. But both are built. So now 10 beds for 7 people. We are doing pretty nice right now. The last thing I want to cover here is mining. There are a bunch of other things you can see. You know, their morale goes up and down. Today's a good day because he likes the rain. But most people are content, and this goes on. If you see their worksheet, my meal was raw, dreary dining. I need to build a diner, or a dining room. Dining hall, I believe it's called. But slept in a shared bed, things like that. So now they should be okay. He's on the higher side of content, which is nice. But now I want to talk about mining. So you can see there's, you know, different tiers of everything. Here's your mountain start back here. That's where you get stone and other materials. Here's just basically dirt. But here you can see, and this is the first time I've seen it on the side of the mountain, is coal vein and some copper vein. So what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to basically just mine a tunnel. And we're going to go back. Might as well do it all the way. And then we're also going to get out to the sides. Just get all of that vein material. We're going to do 2 over here. Get everything ready. And you can see everyone just starts going hog wild there. You can build tunnels. And you can slice it down. So different levels. So, you know, in Minecraft, if I wanted to start digging down, I would use this little slice tool to go downwards or upwards and figure, you know, how to go downwards and all that. So we're going to go back out to normal. Let's just go all the way to the top. There. Nope. Can we just slice all the way up? So anyway, you can see that they're basically just digging in a tunnel right now. X-ray, you can kind of see it goes all the way down. You can see basically all the little things that we built or all the things that we're doing. It's pretty cool. I like how they've done it. Now, the one thing that took me forever to figure out, and the tutorial doesn't seem to want to tell you, is if you go to place, you can construct ladders. So I can construct a ladder going up, and that's how they get over here. I can construct a ladder going up again, and that's how I can get into the actual mountain. Or I can just keep digging back and back and back. I'm assuming at least that'll take me to the stone. But that is one thing that took me forever. A rugged survivalist stops by with her wares. Again, I don't need to buy anything, but thank you very much. We're good for now. I think we're pretty solid for now. So now you've got places to sleep. Build vision, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I said 10 beds. I meant 8 beds. Everyone has a little wooden dresser. You're good. The only thing, I don't want to do that. Let's go all the way up. Is go to our house build. Go to building templates. I can build a carpenter's house, which would be nice for the carpenter because he's not out in the rain right now. And a dining hall. I would like to build a dining hall. However, how do I change it? I don't know how to turn the dining hall around. And that might be a little bit of an annoying factor here. So, I mean, I can keep doing rows and rows and rows back here, but that's kind of pointless. So that's one thing I need to figure out. Anything else? I mean, that's pretty much the basics of Stonehearth. Again, it is a very cute game. You got the blocky aspects of Minecraft. You've got the building, you know, the town builder sims, like everything Banished, Depraved, all of those wonderful games. And I'm sure there's a lot more to it that I just haven't explored. But that's what I wanted to show you. This is a fun game. I'm going to probably continue on my own time. If, you know, if this game gets a lot of views, I'll continue with this save and we'll just see how things go. But for now, as our wonderful guys, or most of them, sit down in front of the fire, warming themselves up in the spring rain, I'm going to call it a day. Oh, here comes our last one. There we go. Ta-da! And our farmer's just working back there. And as we head into morning, I'm going to call that a day. But I am sefian.FM. This has been Stonehearth. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and enjoy.